Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to be guiding you, showing you step-by-step processes and step-by-step guide on how you can generate your script or write your script for your folktale stories. So you don't want to get it wrong from the script writing. You have to get it right. Your script must be compelling, it must be detailed enough, it must be very captivating so that your story will look good. Okay, so we are going to be doing that. I'm going to show you the kind of prompt or the right prompt to use. So I will enjoin you to follow this video step by step and watch it to the very end. So after that, I'm going to also show you how you can generate consistent images for your story. Okay, you're going to be learning how to generate a consistent image or images for your story. You see it now. And also we are going to do a practical illustration on how to use CapCut to edit your story so that it will come out as a quality video story that you can now use for your YouTube channel. So please, I want you to follow us step by step. I'm going to be dropping the prompt. Some of these prompts, you're going to be seeing it in the description box. So do well to check the description. You will get all of these prompts. Okay? So one thing you have to understand is this. Prompt writing is very essential when it has to do with creating of stories or generating images, generating videos and what have you. You need a good prompt. A good prompt will also give you a good image for your video. Okay, so first things first, you are going to be learning how to do that, how to get your script writing done professionally. Okay, you are going to be learning that. So please, I will enjoin you to sit back and follow it step by step. At the end of this video, one thing is sure, you are going to obtain profound value. So without wasting time, I want us to get straight to it, and we start now. So the first thing you want to do, let's assume you don't have any story in mind. You don't really have any story in mind. Let's go to ChatGPT and get some. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. So you want to go to your ChatGPT. If you don't have ChatGPT, all you need to do is to get your ChatGPT using this site. Sign up if you are yet to sign up, and there is no hassle around it. It's free to access. This is a free version. You can access it with your mobile phone. So all you need to do is go to your ChatGPT and enter this prompt. Okay, so we're going to be doing it together. Let's say as an expert YouTube storyteller, okay, and SEO strategist, okay, I will say generate, let me just say 5. Yours may be 10, 20, 15, the number, whatever number you want, but just for the sake of this tutorial, let me just say 5. Generate 5, let me just say 5 unique 5 unique original, okay, 5 unique original. I'm very detailed here. I'm very detailed. Captivating African. Don't worry, I'm going to drop this particular prompt. I'm going to drop them at it. So do well to check your description box. You are going to get all of these prompts there. Okay, African folktale story titles. African folktale story titles. Okay. African folktale story titles that have strong emotional hooks. I have strong emotional hooks. Okay. Emotional hooks. Okay. Clear conflict. Clear conflict. Clear conflict. Okay. And high search potential. And high search potential. Okay. I'll also add this. I will say each title should be short. Each title should be short, powerful. Each title should be short, powerful, curiosity driven, okay, and optimized. You see how I'm very detailed? And optimized. Okay? Optimized. Okay? To attract millions of views. Okay? Now, I will also say avoid clichés. Avoid clichés and create titles that feel fresh. Okay? Magical and deeply rooted in folklore. Okay? Mystery, moral lessons, village life. Okay? Like I said, I want to be very detailed. Ancient kingdoms. I can also add animal wisdom and supernatural elements. Okay, now I'll also add this, and this one is very, very important. I will say make sure every title is unique. Okay, and suitable for storytelling YouTube channel. Storytelling YouTube channel. Okay, focused on folktales. I know this this prompt look very long, so that's why I say I'm going to drop it so that you can just copy it. You can use it exactly the way it is, or you can fine-tune your own and add one or two things. So, but I'm very much detailed because of what I want. Folktales. Okay? So that is it. As an expert YouTuber, so I don't want to start reading it all over again. So I want to get some title ideas, rather. So it's going to generate, here it says, here are 5 fresh, high-impact African folktale stories crafted for virality, emotional pulls, SEO, strength, and what have you. So you can see it now. Okay, so like I said, it must not be 5. If you want like 10 or 20, as the case may be, so that you can make your choice. So what I want to do now is this. Okay, I will just copy. Okay, so you can just copy it like this. I've copied it. Then go to your, you can go to your docs, Google Docs, and paste it there. You can go to Google Docs and paste it there. That's exactly what I want to do now. So I can go to Google Docs and paste it there. Okay. Okay. So it's right here now. So it's now left for you to go through the title one, and pick out the particular one you want to use. Okay. So what we have here, we have the night the moon refused to rise in Odu village. The second one said the boy who bargained with the forest spirits. Now the third one says when the lion spoke my father's name. The fourth one says the cursed drummer of Unkala Kingdom. Okay. This one says the girl who stole fire from the river gods. So we can look at this and let's say which one are we going to use? Okay, let's just use this just for this particular tutorial. Let's just use this, the cursed drama of Unkala Kingdom. So let's just assume this is your title. You want to use this. You want to create a story out of this. Okay? You want to create a story out of this. So we are going for this. This is just a tutorial to guide you on how to go about your own. Okay? So what you want to do now is that you now have your title. Okay? You now have your title. Now the next thing you want to do is this. Go back to ChatGPT. Go back to ChatGPT. So let me copy it. Let me copy that title. The cost drama of Unkala Kingdom. Let me just copy it, okay? Then I'll go back to my ChatGPT. Now, what I want to do here now is that I will say, write me a concise description. Okay, write me a concise description for the YouTube story, okay, titled, let me now paste it here. Okay, so write me a concise description for the YouTube story titled Cursed Drama of Unkala Kingdom. Okay, so that's the only thing I will write here because I just want a short description, a storyline. What exactly is this title all about? I will get it from here. So let's see. Now it says in the ancient Unkala Kingdom. This is just a summary what the story is all about. So what I want to do now is just to copy it. Okay, I'll copy it. So let me just go and paste it here. I can just paste it anywhere around here. I don't really need all of this again. Let me just delete all of this. And this is my title. Okay, let me just, okay, so let me paste it here. So, in the ancient Unkala Kingdom, a gifted young drummer discovers that every beat of his talking drum awakens a forbidden spirit, long buried by the ancestors, as strange misfortunes spread through the land. And then, this is just like a summary of what the story is all about. Okay, so you see, gradually you are building. So the next thing you want to do is this. You need a script for this story because this is not a script. You get it now? So you need a script. Okay? You need a script. So I've already copied it. So I can still come back here, paste it here. Okay? Okay, that's the description. Okay, the short description rather. So the next thing I want to do now is that right under it, I'm going to drop this prompt and I will say, as a professional storyteller, as a professional storyteller and the script writer, script writer, okay. Now please, I want to say something very important here. Now, you are the one to decide or to determine the length of your script. How long do you want? Because the length of your script will also determine the number of images you are going to generate for that story. You see now, and the longer the script, the longer the narration, the longer the video. Okay. All right. So, and of course, the longer the work you have to do. Okay. If it's a 5 minutes video, 10 minutes video, 20 minutes video that you want, you have to decide. Now, I'm going to say, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going to make it very long. So let me just say, as a professional storyteller and scriptwriter, I will say, I may not even finish telling the story in full because this is just a tutorial. So let me just say in 1,000 words, okay? Yours may be 8,000 words. Sometimes I use 8,500 words. Sometimes I use 9,000 words. Sometimes I use 10,000 words. So I go between 8,000 and 10,000. So if you use 10,000 words, at the end of the day, your video should not be less than 25 to 30 minutes for 10,000 words. It should not be below. However, it depends also again on the narrator, because while trying to get a voiceover, this time you set, because the narrator, it depends on the time you set for the narrator, the speed at which, or rather the speed with which the narrator narrates the story. If it's very fast, then it will shorten the time. So it depends on the speed with which the narrator is narrating the story. Okay? Depending on, because there are, if you go to, there is a site I'm going to also show you, you will see different voices there. So you choose the particular one you want for your story. Okay, so I'll just say, as a professional storyteller and the script writer, I say in 1,000 words, okay, I will write craft a highly captivating and emotionally engaging story script based on the above description. You see, that's the reason I pasted this description here, based on the above description. Okay, now let's say your description is very long, but I will advise, don't make it very long. Just make it short like this, so that you don't have to stress yourself that much. So for this script generation, just make your the description of that story as short as possible. So let's just go with this now. Based on the story description, okay, I will say ensure the narration is powerful, okay, attention grabbing, and fully, this is the most important thing here, and the fully compliant, this is the most important, fully compliant with YouTube community guideline. That's the instruction you are giving ChatGPT, that whatever story is generating for you must be consistent with YouTube community guidelines. Okay, so this is very important. YouTube community guidelines. Okay, so as a professional storyteller and script writer, in 1,000 words, craft a highly captivating and emotionally engaging story script based on the above description. Ensure the narration is powerful, attention-grabbing, and fully compliant with YouTube's, okay, let me just say, or rather YouTube community guideline. Okay, compliant with YouTube community guideline. Okay, so let's go. So we wait. So it says below is a 1,000 word cinematic, emotionally rich YouTube and all of that. The cost drama of Nkala Kingdom. So this is it. So it's still generating. All I need to do is just to wait. Sometimes it will get to a point and ask you whether it should continue. It may not tell the story outrightly. Sometimes it will stop at some point and ask you whether you want it to continue. All you need to do is to respond. You can say yes, or you can say continue. You can say please. Just write something that will let ChatGPT know that you want it to continue. You can just say yes or please continue. You can say go ahead, anything like that, just to continue. Now, okay, I think it's done. But had it been, it's not yet done. It will, at the end, towards the ending part, it will ask you whether it should continue. You will know that there are still some things to be written under it. So, but let's assume we are done here now. So all I need to do is I'm going to copy it. Okay, I'm going to copy it. So I want to open another one. I want to paste this here. Okay, so let me just call it cost drama script outline, whatever. This is just for the sake of this tutorial. Cost drama script outline. Let me just leave it like this. Okay. All right. So having done this, now the next thing you want to do is that you want to make this script a full narration story. You see now? So I want this script to be full narration. Okay? I want it to be full narration. So what I can do is this. Excuse me. I can save this. All I need to do is to come here, click on these 3 dot lines, then click on share and export. Okay, click on save as. Let me just use PDF document. Okay. All right, so I'm going to click here, this download icon. Click on this download icon. Okay, so this is it. All right, so I'm going to click on it for it to open. Okay, so what I want to do now is this. It has opened, but there's something I want to do. What I want to do is, let me go back. Okay, let me go back. Okay, this is the story. Okay, so what I want to do is this. I want to share. I don't want to download it again, but let me explain something now. Let's assume after downloading it, you can open it with your WPS. If you don't have WPS, I will advise you download it. WPS is very easy to download. Go to your Play Store, download it. Okay, so I will click on this WPS for it to open. Okay, so once it opens here, let me just go back to that WPS again. I'll go back to WPS again. Okay, just to confirm. It's just for confirmation. Okay, let me close this. So this is what I'm actually looking for. So this is it. The PDF file of that story. Course drama script outline. If you want to rename it, you can rename it, but I don't really think there is any need for renaming. I don't really think there's any need. Okay, let me just, there's no need anyway, except you want to rename. Okay, so this is it. I will soon show you why I did this shortly. Okay, okay. File name already exists. Okay, let me just leave it. Let me leave it the way it is here. So this is the file here. So the next thing you want to do, having done this, okay, having done this, the next thing you want to do is now to go back to your chat GPT. Where's that my chat GPT again? Okay, I'm gonna get it from here. Okay, all right. So go back to chat GPT. Okay, so having gone to the chat GPT, what I want to do, I'm going to bring this file that I saved, I'm going to bring it into this place. Get it now? So I'm going to bring it into this place. So what I want to do is to click on this plus icon, If I click on this plus icon here, I'm going to click add photos and files. Add photos and files. Then I'm going to click on photos and files. Okay. Then I'll click here. Go to my WPS. Then I will select this file. This is what I want to work with. That's why I did what I did earlier. So I'm going to click on it. Okay. So, all right. So the next thing I want to do is to drop this prompt. Now I'm going to say, this is the prompt. As an expert writing coach, okay, I will say modify the information, okay, in the attached file, okay, and make it, and I just want to use a simple language here, and make it look okay, I will say, and make it look like a narration. Okay, and make it look like a narration all through, okay, with the necessary punctuation marks where needed. Okay, all right, so we move. So it says below is a fully polished continuous movie and all of that. So this is it. I'll just wait for it to finish. It's still generating. So all you need to do is just to wait. You're not rushing anywhere. It says, okay. So if you like, I can also explain this in, okay, all of that. So I think it's done. So all I need to do now is to click here to copy it. I've copied it. Then I will go back to my Google Docs. I'll go back to my Google Docs and paste it. So I don't need all of this. I will delete all of it. So then the next thing you want to do is, please, always, is because of this tutorial, okay? If this were to be a video I'm to work on, I will always go through the script. So please, don't just generate and start developing the video. No. Go through the script line by line. I always go through my script line by line. In the course of doing that, you will discover that maybe there are certain things you want to change, you want to edit, just like a book, proofreading your book. So please go through it line by line. If, for instance, there are names that are mentioned and you don't want to use that particular name. For instance, there's a name here called Obinna. There's a name here. If you don't want Obinna, you want to change this name called Obinna now. You want to change Obinna. All you need to do is just to come here, click here, then you click find and replace. Then you type Obinna. So once it comes, it will let you know where Obinna appeared, all the places Obinna appeared. So if you want to change it, you just still click on these three dotted lines and click replace all. You will see it here. Now, replace Obinna with what? Let's say you want to replace Obinna with Emeka, for instance. Once I click this replace all now, every Obinna here will change to Emeka, but I don't really want to do that because this is just a tutorial. Okay? Any other name you want to change here, still use this method. Be it the name of a person, the name of a place, anything at all. So let's say you don't really like the name of the village, you can change it to any village just using this find and replace method, and you are good to go. Okay, so this is it. I don't really want to change this name. There is no need for that here. So now I will also remove this because I don't need this. It only says below is a fully polished continuous movie, blah 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 blah. I don't really need all of this. I don't need this one. You see why you need to go through your script. There are certain things you don't need. Okay, so the story starts here, long before the river gods drifted into their whatever. So I can just give it a title name. I will just say let me just call it Obinna, just for Obinna. Let me just say Obinna, whatever. Okay, so having gotten to this point now, this is what you are going to be working with. Okay? This is what you are going to be working with. Okay? Now, the next thing you want to do is this. You can save this narration now the same way you saved the outline, the script outline. So I can just say, I can just save it. All you need to do is tap here, these three dotted lines, tap here, and then share and export, save as, let me still save it as PDF, okay? Just like we did earlier, okay? Now the next thing you want to do is to click here for it to download. Okay, okay, so, all right. So let me open it with my WPS, open. Okay. So, just like I did earlier, let me go back to my WPS, okay, to confirm that is okay. This is it, Obinna. All right. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to go back to your, all you need to do is just follow this step and you'll be good to go step by step. So I'll go back to my my ChatGPT. Okay. Click this plus icon, add this file, this Obinna file that I just created now. I'll add it just like we did earlier. Click here. I'll go to my WPS and search for it. This is it, Obinna. I'm going to click on it. It will appear here now. Okay. So what I want to do now, I'm going to say, I'm going to drop this prompt. I will say, I'm preparing a video. Okay. I'm preparing a video. Okay. For my YouTube channel, okay, based on the attached file, okay, or based on the script above. Let's say that you are able to copy the script without saving it like this as a file. You can still copy it, paste it here. If it will accommodate, you can paste it, then drop this prompt below it. Okay. So I'm preparing a video for my YouTube channel based on the attached file. So let's say I did not attach this file. I only copied that narration, pasted it here on top of this place here now. Then I can now drop this prompt. All I need to do, I can drop this prompt below it. But I added it as a file. So that's why I'm saying based on the attached file. Hope you understand. Okay. So based on the attached file. Okay. Now I will now say please go through it carefully. Please go through it carefully. Okay? And identify okay, all the characters. Okay? Now, provide a detailed and consistent description. A detailed and consistent description. Okay? Detailed and consistent description, including their age, hairstyle, because there are some folktale stories that will demand that you'll be working with different people, maybe through 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, as the case may be, depending on the kind of story. Okay, so this is a prompt that you will use. Well, this is the kind of prompt that you will use so that you'll be very much detailed. I'll also say hair color, skin tone, okay, facial features, and any distinctive physical traits that makes them stand out. Okay. Now I'll say the goal is to maintain visual and the character consistency throughout every scene, and image generation process. Okay, ensuring that each character remains instantly recognizable from start to finish. Okay? All right, I'll click here for it to generate. So I'll wait. They say below is a clean, complete, and visually consistent character breakdown for every character who appears in your PDF story, Obinna. So this is it. Character breakdown and visual profile, Obinna. So you're going to get every character in this story. You see now. Ezani, blah, 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 the elders of Nkala, the king of Nkala. So you can see, based on the prompt I gave, is giving me detailed description. So you need the detailed prompt if you want a detailed description. See now, Obinna, the young drummer, main character, age. You can see how detailed it is. Very much detailed. The next one, Mamo Ogele, the ancient diviner, very detailed. See now. So you need to be very detailed if you want ChatGPT to give you detailed information. Okay? So this is this for now. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to generate image. Okay? Image prompt for different scenes. So the image prompt will help you to now generate the images for different scenes. Okay, so remember we are working with this. Where is that? Okay, we are working with this. Obinna. Okay, so we are working with this. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, you have to go through all of this. You have to read through, make your corrections. So the next thing I want to do now is that I want to generate image prompt. With that image prompt, I can now generate the image. You use the image prompt to generate image. So you have to now relax your mind to be reading through your script. Now, if I'm to work with this now, see what I'm gonna do. Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost. So let's say I'm going to highlight this. So you are going to be using your initiative to know where you will stop at any point, so that you can now generate image prompt for that particular paragraph. So I'm going to work with paragraph 1 and 2 for now. I'm going to stop here. So maybe next one I will find out where to stop, generate, because you need images. If you go to CapCut, you need images. As the story is going, as the narrator is narrating, the story is also showing. So you have to follow this. Then, of course, you're going to use this narration now. You are going to generate a voiceover with this narration. So we can do that before this, but let's do this before that one. Okay? So, but however, if you want to get the voiceover, you get it, save it. So, but I'm not going to do this, all of them, because this is just a tutorial. So I'm just going to work with 1 or 2. Then just use that same method and continue with your own. So I'm going to copy all of this now. I've highlighted it. I'm going to copy. If I copy it, I'll go back to ChatGPT. I'll go to ChatGPT and paste it. If I paste it here, okay. So I've done that, okay. I'm going to come down a little and drop this prompt. So this is the prompt. I will say maintaining visual and character consistency. Write me a prompt, okay, that can be used to generate a hyper realistic cinematic photo for the above narration. Okay, so if you're working with if this is a YouTube video, of course you should use aspect ratio 16:9. So I'll add aspect ratio 16:9. So I say maintaining visual and character consistency. Write me a prompt that can be used to generate a hyper-realistic cinematic photo for the above narration. Aspect ratio 16:9. Okay. So let me wait. So it says hyper-realistic cinematic shot of Obinna, a 17 blah 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 and all of that. So what I need to do is that you can highlight like this. If you want to highlight it like this, or just click here. And that is it. Okay. So I'll click on it. I've already done that. I've already highlighted it. So what I want to do now is that I'm going to come here. This is okay. Now you go to your Chrome browser, type aistudio.google.com. aistudio.google.com. If you don't have it, just type sign up. Is free. You can access this one for free. Okay. So having done that, the next thing you want to do is to click here. This imaging font, this one at the center. Okay. So you may see something like this. Now you can, once you get to this point, I will advise click these 3 dotted lines and make sure. Let me come back because I want to show you something. I've already saved this. I added it to home screen for easy access. So all you need to do for your own is just click here. Sorry. Click here. If you click here, now my own is already on desktop site. If your own is not on desktop site, just click here. Tick inside this box so that it will be on desktop site. My own is, I've already done my own. So click inside it so that it will be on desktop site. Then of course, let me allow it to just load. Okay. So you can click here as well. If your own is any other place apart from, probably your own is showing the dashboard. Sometimes it may be displaying like that. All you need to do is just to come back, click on home, click home. Okay, click home. So if you click home, you're going to see this, all of this I'm showing you. So this is the text to speed with Gemini. This is what you're going to be using to generate the voiceover. Okay, but for now I don't want to do the voiceover. We are still going to get to that. So this is the voiceover. This is for the voiceover. But what we are here for is for the what? Is for the image. Okay, so what we want to do here is for image. So I don't want to go into voiceover for now. Of course, we are going to still need the voiceover. I'm still going to need the voiceover. Okay, so let's just continue. So all of this is just to follow if you follow the procedure step by step, you are good to go. Okay, let me open this up again. I think I'm having some network issue here. So all you need to do now is to come here. You can see this place written playground. Okay, so if I click home, you will get to this section where if you want to generate voiceover. But if I click on playground, this is playground, you will see this one. You see now. Click here, home. You will see all of this that I'm showing you here. But if you click playground, excuse me. If you click playground, you are going to see all of this. So you select this one at the middle, imaging 4. Select imaging 4. Remember, we have something that we copied. So all you need to do is to, okay, let me do something. Okay, so I'm going to turn this like this so that I can get what I want to. So the number of results, how many images do you want it to generate for you? Normally, I will advise you go for 4 so that you can make your choice. Let me just select 4. Number of images 4. Aspect ratio 16:9. Okay, so these are just the 2 things I want to work on. 4. You can select 1 or 2 or 3. Then aspect ratio 16:9, since this is for your YouTube video. Okay, so having done that, the next thing I want to do is to paste that thing I copied. So this is it. It says here is a realist, but I don't need all of this. All I need, I will just delete all of this. I don't need it here. So it says hyper realistic. So I can just create a, it started with hyper realistic, but I just added create a hyper realistic, blah, 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 and all of that. Okay. Then let me do that right away. You can do this. You can equally do this on your ChatGPT. Okay. Just that sometimes it wastes a lot of time, but if your network is strong, you can do it there. But this is another photo generating site you can use. So I just want, most times I use this. So this is it. This is Obinna. So you see why I asked it to generate 4 is for me to now access the 4 and make my choice. Let me zoom out. Okay, they're all good. I'm now confused as to the one I'm going to use. So it is now left for you to choose the particular one. So let me just go for this. Let me just go for this. You see how realistic this image is now? Let me go for this. Let me download this. Download image. Doesn't waste time. So I'll just go to my gallery to be sure it's there. Okay, this is it. So it's already in my gallery. You see now? So it's already. So do the same thing for others. Okay? So this is it. I will still come back to, I just want to maybe generate 3 or so. So all I need to do now is this. I normally like to copy this. I will select all, copy. Let me go back to that my story. Okay, so you see that this, from this long before to this rhythm he played, this was the prompt that generated it. Okay, this was a prompt, so I can just normally, this is the way I normally do my stuff personally. This is the way I normally do my stuff personally. Okay, so I just leave it here so that we know the next one to work on. Okay, so this, from here to this point, all of this, I use this prompt to generate that image. That's the drama. So the next thing I want to do now is this. I'm going to continue reading. One warm evening during the Great Moon Festival, blah, 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 blah. So I can just copy from here, highlight from here to here. It depends on your story, or this is just a tutorial guide. I'll copy this. Okay. I'll still go back to ChatGPT. Okay. I'll paste it here. Okay, I'll paste it here. Then I will still drop this prompt. This one, I can still copy it from here straight. Copy. Then I'll put it under here. Maintaining, just like I did earlier. I want to get the image prompt. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. It's just about the image prompt. That's why I'm doing this. So sometimes the prompt can be very long. Just copy it like that because you want to be very much detailed. So I'm going to copy it. Okay. I'm going to copy it either like this or the other way, anyhow you want to do it. But I prefer this because this one is just easy. Copy. Okay. So I will go back to this point. Okay, go. I'll still come back here. So I'll paste it here. This one I just copied right now. I'll paste it here. I'll paste it here. Create a hyper-realistic cinematic. Okay. I'll paste it here. Then I'll wait for it to generate. I'm just repeating what I've done before. So if you're able to do it the first time, you can always do it again and again and again and again. It's just the same thing I did earlier. The same procedure that I used in generating that Obina, that drummer boy, that same thing I'm doing again. There's nothing new. So I will just wait for it. Okay. So this is another scene. Okay. So I'm going to now look at it. Which one? Now sometimes if it doesn't really give you what you want, because this is AI after all, you can prompt it again. Say set me free. So I don't even need this set me free, is right in here. So I can go to where it is saying that set me free. Let me see if I can. Okay. A subtle ghostly distortion of air near Obina's drum hints at widespread presence, set me free. Okay, I don't want this set me free to be in that image, so I can just remove this and generate again. So you see, as you are doing this, you are going to be priming your creativity. So AI is there to assist you, but at the end of the day, you'll still be using your initiative to adjust some things. So I don't want this set me free here. I don't want it. That's why I removed it. You see, it's no longer here now. It's no longer here. Okay, so I can look at the image. That's why I like 4, so that I can now make a choice. I can now make a choice. If it's 1, you are left with just that one. But if it's 4, you can now make your choice. Sometimes you'll be confused. The 4 of them will be so good that you don't even know the one to choose. But for the sake of this tutorial, let me just choose anyone. Okay, let me just choose anyone. Let me just choose anyone. This is just a tutorial, so I don't want to waste a lot of time. Let me just choose anyone. So this is the one I'm going for. So let me just copy this in my, okay, copy. I'll go back to that story again. Where is the story? Where is it? Okay. So I'm still just the same thing I did earlier. I'm going to paste it here. Create a hyper realistic. Okay. I'm going to copy it here. Highlight it from here to this aspect ratio. Bold. Give it a different color so that I will not be confused. So it's just the same thing I did here. That I also did here. You see now? You see now? So it's just the same thing. Just the same thing. Okay? So you can still read another one in the days that followed. So this is the way you are going to be doing it. So I don't want to, this video is getting very long. It's getting very long. So this is the way you are going to continue to generate it until you get to where you want. Okay? So the next thing you want to do, after generating all of these images now, the next thing you want to do is to go to your, is to get the voiceover. We've not even gotten the voiceover. So now the voiceover may not, all of these narrations, I'm not excluding this one in this color. All of this narration, you may want to paste this somewhere different now. So all of this narration, what I want to do, but I'm just going to use this one as a guide. I'm going to copy this, just this one alone, for the sake of this tutorial. But you are supposed to copy all the narration. But remember that this is not part of the narration. So if I want to copy the narrations alone, all I need to do is just to copy this one, copy this one, copy this one, copy. So what I can do now for this is that I can start from here. For instance, now, I would have done it earlier, but let me do it now. If I copy all of this, copy. Remember, I didn't start from the beginning. So I'm going to paste it here. Okay. I'm going to go back. Okay, the next one I should copy now is this. I'm gonna copy it. Where is the first one? Okay. And then, but this is not the first. This is not even the first paragraph. So I'm going to get the first paragraph, the first 2. Okay, so this is the, where I will now take it from here to here. Then I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, so this is the narration. So what I want to do is that I just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to copy from here. I don't want to copy all of them. I'm going to copy from here. Then I will take it to this place. I've said it earlier. Okay, I'm going to come here. So all I need to do is to click this point. Click home, home, home now. If you click on home, okay, if you click on home, you are going to select this text to speech with Gemini. I'll click on it. Okay. If I click on it, I'm going to select speaker. Only one. I don't want two speakers. I don't want two speakers. I just want only one speaker. I don't want two. So I'm going with just one speaker. Single speaker. Single. Click on single speaker. Then this is where you select the voice. Okay, you can now. So this temperature under it, if you click this drop down icon now, this drop down icon, you will see temperature. So this temperature is just about the speed with which the narrator narrates the story. If I choose one and play it, if it's not really giving me what I want, I can go for 1.2 or 1.3 until I get the perfect speed I want. But let me start with this default temperature that says 1. Now for voice, this is voice. I'm going to click here, voice. So these are different voices. Let me click the first one. Let me click the first one. Just click on this play icon beside it. Okay.
What kind of project are you thinking of?
You see now. Let me check the other one.
What's a skill you'd like to develop?
Okay.
What sparks your interest?
Okay. So you check all the sounds, all these voices, and select the particular one you want. Okay. So let me just select this. Let me go for this particular one. Okay. Then I'm going to paste that thing I copied here. If I paste it here, I'll click run. I will now allow it to generate, because you need this narrator to be narrating while the images are showing. As the narrator is narrating, the images will be showing. So I'll just wait for it. I'll just wait for it. Let me turn off this. Sorry, let me just turn off this music that's playing here. Just want to turn it off. Okay, let me just continue. Okay, it's still generating. Once it's done, I will know. Once it's done, it will start reading. The moment it's done, it will start narrating. So I'll just wait for a while. It will soon be done. So that's what you're going to do for all the narration. You see, I didn't copy all of them. So even if you copy all of them and paste here, the narrator may not be able to read them at once. It will read and get to a point and stop. All you need to do is that place where it stopped, save, download that particular one. Let's say I copied all of this, but the narrator was only able to narrate from this long before to this he played. Fine. All I need to do is to still copy the ones it has not narrated, paste here, generate again until. So sometimes the narration may take about. Okay, let me increase the volume. It is done.
Sleep, and the mountains lost their morning glow. There existed a flourishing land known as Incala Kingdom, a place where drum beats were more than music. They were the pulse of the people.
So the narrator is now narrating. So all I need to do is that I'm going to listen to it. But because this is a video, this is a tutorial video, I'm not going to listen to the end. This video is already very long. So I'll wait until it narrates to the end. Then, just to be sure, then you click here, download it. Download it. Okay, so I'm going to work with just this one. Okay, so you may have to go and confirm that it has downloaded successfully. So let me go to CapCut quickly. This is CapCut. All I need to do now is create okay. So let me create a new destination. So where is that photo now? I'm going to use just these two photos. These are the two photos I have here. So all the photos, depending on the number of photos you have, I'm going to select all of them. Okay, you will add it here. After selecting, you add it. So, but it has no voice for now. So then the next thing you want to do that, remember this first photo, and this second photo, you have to make this in such a way that what the narrator is saying will be showing what is being displayed. Okay, now let me go back and show you something real quick. Now, this one says, so the narrator will be saying, long before the river gods drifted into the deep, till we get to this played. So between long before and played, this one should be showing. This is the image that should be showing. So the moment this one starts showing, the narrator should be talking about from here, one warm evening. Are you following now? So the narrator should be talking about this from here to here, from here to here. So I'm going to show you how it works real quick. So the next thing you want to do is that you are going to ensure that this line here is at the very end here, just the way it is here, because I want to bring in that voice. So you are going to click audio. Click audio. If you click audio, you click sounds. Click sound. Then you are going to click here, click here, then click device. Okay. Then I will look for that voice that downloaded not long ago. Let me just confirm if it's this one. Okay.
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost their morning glow, there existed a flourishing land known as Incala Kingdom.
Okay, so
and the
okay, I just want to confirm. So I'm going to click on plus to add it. It has added here.
A week later, all Lagos.
Okay, this is not showing me what it should be showing me. This is written on that thing. So what I'm trying to say is that you are going to click on it. It will be added here. Okay, so I think there's something that happened at the background of this. That's why it's reading the other video that I did earlier. So once I select that image, once I select that audio, I'll paste it here. Okay, so let me use this. Let me use this let me use this so that you will follow properly. Let me use this. Let me use this. Okay, so new video. Let me just go to new video. And then select photos. Go to photos. Okay, so I'm going to select them in order. Don't just select it randomly. The first one, then the second one, and the third one. Don't just select it randomly. Select it based on how you downloaded them, based on how the story is being narrated. Okay. All right, add. I'll add it here now. Okay, let me now add that audio. Let me add the audio sounds. Then click here, click on devices. Then
long before the river gods drift.
Okay.
Long before the river gods drifted.
Okay, so now The story reads,
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost.
So what you are going to do, this is where you have to be very careful. Now, let me go back to that story. The story says, where is that story? Okay. So, you are going to be you don't need any distraction here, because if you make any mistake here, you will ruin everything. So, the narrator is narrating. It says, long before the river god. So, my attention should be the moment I hear each rhythm he played. Each rhythm he played. Once it gets to this point, watch what I'm going to do.
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost their morning glow, there existed a flourishing land known as Incala Kingdom, a place where drum beats were more than music. They were the pulse of the people, the language of the ancestors, and the sacred bridge between the living and the unseen. In this kingdom lived a young drummer named Obina, barely 17 seasons old, with hands so gifted and swift that many believed he was born with rhythm woven into his spirit. From childhood, he drummed on everything he could touch: calabashes, stones, tree trunks, even his own chest. People laughed fondly and said, "The boy does not speak, he drums." And truly, Obina's drum often spoke louder than any voice he possessed. But behind the brilliance of his skill lay a mystery he did not understand. Every time Obina struck the center of his talking drum, kabam, 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 the wind shifted, the leaves trembled violently, and a sudden silence swept over the land, as though something ancient had been teased awake. He dismissed it as coincidence, never imagining that a forgotten spirit answered each rhythm he played.
You sit down. So the moment I had each rhythm he played, I'm going to pause. So you can see where it stopped now. It's like 0, 1, 25, around this point now. So I'm going to drag this particular image to that point, because it has to follow. I'm going to drag it, because I don't want the narrator to be talking about this scene and he's showing me another picture. Drag it. I'm going to drag it to the very end. We didn't add all the images. We didn't even generate all the images, so we are just working with one. So it will stop here. Okay. So it's going to stop wherever you had each rhythm he played. Now, you can also add transitions to this particular image now by clicking on animation, so that as the narrator is narrating, it will be displaying, showing different animations.
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost their morning glow.
So you can choose anyone you want. So let me just start from here.
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost their morning glow, there existed a flourishing land known as Incala Kingdom, a place where drum beats were more than music. They were the pulse of the people, the language of the ancestors, and the sacred bridge between the living and the unseen. In this kingdom lived a young drummer named Obina, barely 17 seasons old, with hands so gifted and swift that many believed he was born with rhythm woven into his spirit. From childhood, he drummed on everything he could touch: calabashes, stone.
So if the particular animation is not really, you don't like the vibe of that one, you can always change. Let me just change this
long
one. Okay.
Before the river gods.
So you can change anyone.
Before the river gods drifted.
So you can just choose anyone you want.
And long before the river gods drift.
Now, what you are going to do is that, because the story has not ended, the narrator is still narrating. So wherever I want to bring in another voice recorder, that narrator's voice, So you're going to get all the narrator's voice using the same process we used here. Save it. So wherever this narrator ends for this scene, I'm going to stop here. Go back here. Click on sound again. If I click on sound, I've not downloaded those ones anyway. Then come to device, upload them again. You see now. So so this is what you're going to keep doing until it gets to the end. Then of course, if you want to add background sound, I can also add background sound by clicking on audio, sound. Then I will choose anyone I like from here now. So let's say I want this one now. I can select it. So, but don't make this background sound to be louder than the voice of the narrator. So I'm going to click on it, reduce the sound a little bit so that at least people will
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost their morning glow, there existed a flourishing land known as Incala Kingdom, a place where drum beats were more than music. They were the pulse of the...
Okay, so you're going to reduce the background music so that it doesn't interrupt the narrator, so that people can still hear the voice. So the narrator's voice, this is the narrator's voice, you should increase the volume to the highest so that it...
Long before the river gods drifted into their deep sleep and the mountains lost their morning glow.
So don't get it... So if you look at here, it says download. This one is download. So this one is that voice recorded, the narrator's voice, but this one is just the background music. So you can add this background music. If you want more, you can always add more. Wherever this one stopped, the other one should continue from that place. So this is what you're going to keep doing until the story is over. Once you get to the end of the story, you click on export. Click on export and you download it. Okay, so this is it about how to get your scripts, your images, and then your CapCut, editing on CapCut. So I want to believe this video has really added value to you. Okay, so do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification, like, share, and always expect more valuable videos like this from us. Okay, we're going to be stopping here.